Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. Now this is going to be a little bit of a different video. I haven't done one of these for a long while, and I was recently asked to do a collab video, a Christmas makeup look collab video, but with a bit of a difference. The difference is that we're only supposed to use items that we've been gifted. Now I find that quite hard. Really hard, because generally items that have been gifted I've chosen in the first place. So, you know, for instance, if my husband wants to buy me a Christmas present, he'll ask me for ideas. I tend to go out and buy like a makeup palette or something like that, and then I give it to him and he passes it back to me. I have had a look through my makeup, and I've just recently had a beauty subscription box called Joa Box. I will link it down below if you're interested in checking that out. It's a Korean makeup and skincare subscription box. They sent me one last month and they sent me one this month as well, which is really lovely. So inside was a couple of makeup items, so I thought perfect. The colours are stunning. I'll just show you. That's the Korean eyeshadow palette I used to create this look, and I also used the brush liquid eyeliner as well. So I've used both of their items on my eyes, so you can see there. So it's quite bold, a little bit different to what I normally wear. This is obviously a going out makeup look, so I've curled my hair a little bit. Yeah, a lot more colour on my face, a lot dark, more bold, more intense, but I wanted to get some nice gold in there, so I have used gold from my Urban Decay Born This Way palette. So there is a bit of a mixture of makeup going on, not all of it is gifted. But anyway, it's fine, it's fine. I'm sort of following by the rules. A couple of weeks ago I was contacted by a lovely YouTuber called Nicke Pearson. She invited myself and Charmed Wench and Lightning Lass and Lucy Pertface to all do a collab video together, and she came up with the idea of doing a Christmassy look and a gifting look then, using items that have been gifted. So yeah, we all jumped at the chance, so we're all releasing our videos around the same time. I will add them down below, so as soon as one comes up I will put it down below, so you're free to pop over and say hello to them. If you don't know anything about them, they are wonderful people, really wonderful, all different but all similar as well. They're all into beauty. So Nicke Pearson is doing unboxing videos at the moment, the advent calendar, and she also does a lot of project pans as well. Lucy Pertface is doing loads. She does a bit of everything. She's doing vlogmas, she does beauty reviews, she does makeup, she does speed cleaning, I can't think. She does loads, she does absolutely loads, and she's absolutely wonderful. Then we've got Charmed Wench, who is an amazing makeup artist, creates stunning eye look. So she does unboxings on her YouTube channel, and also she reviews makeup as well. And then lastly we've got Lightning Lass, who I'm sure you already know, and she's been on my channel quite a few times. She also loves beauty, and she does a lot of beauty unboxings and makeup reviews and vlogs and everything. So yeah, so I think we're all very similar. We all do a little bit of everything. So I think, yeah, so I thought this collab would be quite good. So if you're interested to see how I created this look, not my hair, I didn't do my hair in the video, but if you're interested to see how I created this makeup look and what I use, etc., then carry on watching. So I've prepped my face and I've added a primer. The one I'm using is Urban Decay, and it's, oh my word, it's gone out of my mind. It's in the other room. It's something Defense, and it's got SPF 30 in it. I will be linking everything down below, so unless it just springs to my mind while I'm doing my makeup, I'll tell you then. Because this is a Christmassy look, so I'm going to go a little bit heavier with my makeup than what I normally do. So I'm using my very favourite fuller coverage Yves Saint Laurent, and this is the All Hours in shade B20. This is what it looks like. I absolutely love it. And I'm using a Nancy Beauty Blending Sponge, which I've dampened down ready. 2.5 blobs on my hand. I'm gonna apply it like this. Then I'm just gonna blend it in now. So going in with the concealer, I've got a Maybelline Eraser Eye in 00 Ivory. So I put this on my under eyes and also down here, because I've got a lot of broken capillaries and more redness down there. And then lightly blend it all in. So now on to set in my eyebrows and my eye area. I'm using a Luna by Luna, and it's a translucent powder. All the brushes that I use in this video, I will put them down below in the description, so click on the show more and that will bring up description, and all these brushes will be listed one by one as I use them. Just lightly applying that to my eyes, and then without adding any more, just lightly, very lightly go over my middle area. So I'm going to give myself a bit of a contour, and I'm going to be using Laritzi Cosmetics, and it's a contour wand in shade Aloha. So only a little bit, but just to Give me a little bit of definition there. Ooh. Just using the beauty blender still with my foundation on because I just find that helps blend it out a bit. So I'm just going to lightly blend that into my skin. There, so onto powders now. So using a big fluffy brush, this is Zoeva 206, and I'm using Physicians Formula Butter something, what's it called? Butter Bronzer. And this is the lightest one. So I'm just going to apply that to the tops of my cheeks. And the smell is just gorgeous. I love this so much. So just swirling on some bronzer there. Get this out my way. Almost doing like a 3. Which I'll blend it all in a minute. My ears. So going back in with my big fluffy brush, just going to lightly buff that in a bit more. Got no product on this. It's just almost like I'm blending the product onto my face. So using a highlighter now, this is the Laura Geller, this is the Big Gelato in Gilded Honey. Yeah. So we had this in a Look Fantastic and I absolutely love it. So using a Zoeva Luxe highlighting brush in a 105, just going to swirl that onto the tops of my cheeks. Such a pretty colour. I'll probably add a little bit more of this at the end. Right, now blush now. I'm using California by Benefit, it's their little minis. So using the very tip of a Real Techniques blusher brush, I'm just going to dab that onto my cheeks and blend upwards. Woo! Put on too much. Going back to my fluffy, just blend it all in. So that's my base done. Quite pinky, I look a little bit like an elf. But yeah, I wanted some colour in my face because I've got quite a pale foundation, and yeah, hopefully it'll all come together once I've finished. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is my eyebrows. They're mainly Benefit. They are mainly Benefit. I do have a BB London brow gel, which is absolutely gorgeous, but I am waiting for a lighter version because the more I used it, I realised that it was a bit dark, so I'm waiting on the chai, so I'm not going to be using that today, but all of these are Benefits. So we've got Precisely My Brow, we've got Goof Proof, we've got Gimme Brow, and we've got Brow Setter, so a setting gel, plus this amazing product by MAC, and it's the Shape and Shade Brow Tint, and I use it to draw little fine little hair strokes. Absolutely love it, and 100% would recommend this if you've got hardly any brows like myself. So I start off with a Goof Proof. This is in shade 3, and I lightly carve out the shape of my eyebrow. There, so it looks pretty much drawn on. I don't like it looking like that, so but I tend to brush it through and soften it, but it just, well, I've got an eyebrow now as opposed to this one. So let's do this one. So these are my brows. I do look a bit odd at the moment, don't I? But I'm going to brush them through with my spoolie from Precisely My Brow. So what that does, you can probably see the difference there. By brushing it through, it gives me sort of, it's filled in the background and it's softened it, so it's sort of tinted my eyes. I haven't got any hair here, but I've brushed it so it's softened it so it's not as harsh, and it can pass easily as my hairs, I suppose, but I will be doing more to them as I go along. So I'd normally go in Precisely My Brow now and go underneath and things, but I haven't got it. My nib is broken, so I'm waiting for a new one. So I'm going to use the MAC product to draw some eyebrows in. So when I'm happy with those, I'm going to set them with 24-hour Brow Setter by Benefit. Now I love this, amazing product, but I don't like the brush. I prefer the brush to be more like a spoolie so I can really get into my lashes. But it's flat. I just find it really hard just to get in there. It's because I've got hardly any lashes. So I just brush them up and over. So those are my brows done, and I might add to them as we go along. So next my eyelids. Using an eyeliner, it's a brow illuminator. One side is matte, one side is shimmer. I'm using the matte side. I'm just going to go underneath my eyebrows just to create a bit of a sharper shape underneath. So just using the backs of my fingers, just blend that in by tapping it down. So the palettes that I'm going to be using, which were gifted, is this Violet Voss Nicole Concilio palette. I actually won it in a competition, so that's what that looks like there. Beautiful, beautiful colours. And this, which I got a couple of days ago, and how do you spell it? Chica a Chico. I had it in a Joa box. It's a Korean beauty box, so it's Korean eyeshadow palette, and this was also gifted to me. So even at this point, I'm still not certain what I want to do with my face. What I'm thinking is maybe big black wings and quite dark red defined makeup, and then I've got a glitter lips that I received from a glossy box which is gifted to me as well. So yeah, I'll see about doing that, see what that looks like. So using this shade, it's called Nude Chiffon. I've just got an eco brush. I'm just going to tap that on to my lids just to act like a base and just slightly bring it up, not right up to the top, just a bit there. Then using a Morphe, what are we? We are at M504, big massive fluffy brush. I am using this one, it's called Rose Satin. It's like a pinky, dusky pink maybe. And in swirling motions, just going from side to side, just building up that base colour there. A lot of my eye looks that I do, I tend to make up as I go along, and I try to use as many colours that I possibly can from a palette, because it's usually a palette I'm reviewing. So I was thinking for this, I keep it quite simple. Few basic colours, but the boldness will be in my lips and the black wing. Now straight in with this red, and what's it called? It's called Burgundy Heel. This one there. Start off with, I'm using a tiny pencil brush. This is a 230 Luxe pencil by Zoeva. Slightly coming over here. This colour is absolutely gorgeous. It is so pigmented. Right, when I get to here, I want to swerve it out a bit. Very, very slight kink. I don't want to follow my eye, I just want to lift it a little bit. So very, very slight kink there. So if I look normal now, you should be able to see it quite clearly. Yeah. Well, like that. See? I'm looking in the viewfinder. So I'm going to lightly buff that out using another, well, it's like a pencil brush, but it's a bit fatter. It's a Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush. So just lightly blend the edges. Going back to the Rose Satin, and I'm using a Beauty Big Bang brush. Doesn't tell me what it is, but it's a big, well, it's a little round fluffy one. I'm just going to go over the tops of that, just to help blend that up a little bit. And then using a clean fluffy brush, blend that all together there. Oh, I'm getting them all confused. Sorry, they're all back to front. I'm going to go in the purple now, the dark purple, and that is called... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just list this palette down below if I can find it. And I'm using that pencil brush again, and it's the 230 Zoeva. I'm just going to darken up the underneath here. I'm going to go with my favourite palette. It's the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and you can probably tell which one I'm going to use. It's up there somewhere. Where is it? This one. It's called Stranded. Look at the state of that palette. I blooming love it though. It is gorgeous. So I've got a Luxe Smoky Shader. It's a 234. Ooh, looking quite funky at the moment. So before I decide what else I'm going to do to the tops, I'm going to do the bottoms. So exactly the same. I'm going to go in with a pencil brush, line the bottoms of my eyes, smoke it out, and carry on building up the colour, the dark purple in the corners to meet the tops of my lashes there, so we'll do that. So I'm just going to use that Beauty Big Bang and going in with that pale pink there, or the dusky pink, so I'm going to use that first and just line underneath. And using the darker red here, it's like a burgundy, it's not a red. I've just brought it up a little bit higher because I am going to be doing a black wing, so it's going to be following on from where I've put the shadow. I'll probably add a little bit of shadow after I've done the eyeliner, but yeah. So using the darker purple, I'm going in the inner corners. And where the gold is, I'm going to extend that out underneath just to finish it off properly before I apply the black eyeliner. And for this I'm using a Zoeva Detailed Shader 237. It's a tiny little brush, and I'm going to wet it with my setting spray. Going back to the Urban Decay palette, and I'm using that gold. So I'm going to paint this on now, following what I've done underneath here. So for my inner corners underneath my eyes, I'm going to go for a bright pink. So I'm just using a sponge applicator brush, damp it down with setting spray. That one over there, bright pink. This is Wild Heart, and this is going to be my inner corner eye here. Not much different actually to the palette, the Korean palette. Just taking that gold right in the corners here. There, so I've got a bit of a smoky eye going on, so it looks a bit odd, so I'm going to add the black eyeliner now. I haven't used this before, but again it's by the same brand as the eyeshadow palette, Chico, and it's a brush pen, and I absolutely love brush pens. That's my big wings. They're huge, they are huge. So I'm just going to slightly darken the under eyes with eyeliner now. So just using a brown eyeliner, I'm just going to connect the wings to the underneath, and I'm going to actually line my rims now with this brown as well. The mascara I'm using is Too Faced Better Than Sex. It's a little mini version, costs £10. And I prefer buying the minis than the full size because they tend to dry out quite quickly, so I don't feel like I'm wasting as much money. So just a light covering. It's only to blend the fake lashes into my own. I'm using some lashes I had in a eyelash subscription box called Letterbox Lashes. Now on the back they say Shah and they're day style, but they are quite heavy for me, so I'm going to trim them down and use them. So that's the eye makeup complete. I'm now going to do my lips now. So I'm using Roc, and it's a gorgeous burgundy colour. It's called Colour Me Confident, and I'm not sure where I got that from. It could be gifted, but it might not. It might have been in a subscription box, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to go all over my lips in this colour. And then I'm going to line them a little bit just to neaten it up a bit. So using Larizzi Cosmetics, and I don't know what the shade is, but it's like a burgundy colour. So that's all my makeup. So quite dramatic, quite glowy, quite full on, quite smoky. Something I would definitely do if I was going out. Yeah, so I'm going to do my hair now, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I might curl it, just do something extra special, so I'll be back in a bit. So here's my finished look. So I've just curled my hair, I've added in my halo, which just bulks out my natural hair on the bottom, but no, really happy with what it turns out like. I think the eyes are quite different. Got the glittery shimmer, what you'd expect with Christmas makeup. No, I think it's quite nice. I think it's quite nice. A little bit darker, a little bit more bold, and a little bit different than what I normally do. So no, so I'm really happy with it. Shame I'm not going out. Oh my gosh, such a shame. But I do love my hair. I haven't had it like this for a long while, so, and it didn't take too long to do either. Just a big barrel, I'll show you, hold on. So just a big barrel tong like that, just tong it, loosely waved, and yeah, I think it's quite pretty. So I hope you enjoyed this Christmas collab. Make sure you check out the other ladies to see their beautiful looks, and yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel for lots more videos to come. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, bye bye.